Rocket League. It's a very simple game, it's just soccer with cars. It's fast, chaotic, and absurdly fun. Players have boosts that are around the map that they can pick up to, boost, or, if they so dare, fly. Now, once you go airborne, there's a lot of things you can do. You can do some flips, you can do some barrel rolls, you can execute insane maneuvers like this one. It's a fairly simple game to pick up, as it's just soccer. It's got one goal: get the ball into the net. But it's very hard to master. It's kind of like skiing. You can pick up the basics, like pizza, but then once you like, oh, I want to ride backwards, that's where it gets a little hard. For example, driving around, just staying on the ground, pretty simple game. You want to go in the air, do a bunch of flips? Good luck. And I tried playing it and I'm like, oh, okay, it's just soccer with cars. And then I realized you need a NASA degree to play this game. The map is fairly simple. It's just your basic soccer pitch with a boost pad here, 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 and here, and a few more. To really appreciate this match, you have to understand the core systems that make Rocket League tick. Starting with boost control. Boost control is like the life and blood and soul of Rocket League. Without boost, any of the stuff that you see these players doing, flying through the air, doing backflips, hitting crazy trick shots, none of that would be possible. Now, when you're on the pro level, boost is strategic. They actively steal the boost from the other team. That way they can't have it. By doing this, you starve your opponents of boost. Therefore, they can't do any of the aerial maneuvers that your team can do because they have all the boost, thus allowing you to hopefully get all the goals. Then there's rotations. Every team runs a triangle formation. One attacks, one supports, and one defends. It's a consistent dance of aggression and coverage. If one player gets out of rotation, messes up, or even gets demoed, that can mean a goal for the other team. It is vital to maintain these rotations, because that's what wins you the games. Next up is aerials. This is where Rocket League stops being cars with soccers and becomes low orbit dogfighting. At the pro level, these players use flip resets, air rolls, and boost feathering to control the ball mid-air like it's glued to them. Then there's passing plays, kickoffs, and demos, each one shaping the tempo of the game. A well-timed demo can open up a 3v2 scenario for just a few seconds, and those few seconds are enough to score goals. But if you overdo it, which does happen sometimes, it can mess up your own team's rotation. It's all about balance and timing, chaos with purpose. So at the beginning of the match, I find this kind of funny. Before everything even started, the announcers gave their predictions on who was going to win. They all voted for Carmine Corp because they have been absolutely destroying in these championships and last year as well. Once they all give their predictions on who they think is going to win, they flip a coin. This coin votes for Team Falcons. Little did anyone in that stadium know that coin was right. Even the audience voted, and it was 60% to 40% that Carmine Corp wins. Carmine Corp are the European titans, with stacked players like Vatira, Durali, and Atto. With the Falcons, they're MENA region's pride, with players like TRK 511, Killers, and RW9. The underdogs was something to prove. The stakes are super high for both teams, as a loss will mean not making it into the finals. And the finals, obviously, where you want to be, because that's where you'll win the RLCS. Carmine Corp starts off the semifinals very strong, with a goal just 26 seconds into the match. Vatira brings the ball up the right side of the pitch, beelines to the goal with the ball, but misses the mark. Luckily, Durali was there to make a clean shot into the net, leaving the game 1-0 for Carmine Corp. The next goal demonstrated how important situational awareness is in Rocket League. Durali gains control of the ball and starts pushing towards the Falcons' goal, but Killers is right there in front. Atto notices this, and instead of beelining for a different kind of rotation or something, he gets the demo on Killers. With this demo, this leaves a clear shot for Durali all the way to the net to score the second goal of the game, because both other players on Team Falcons were behind the ball and behind Durali. So that demo was make or break. If that demo did not happen, that goal would not have happened. Okay, this next goal is just pure steez. I swear to God, Atto was just styling on them at this point, because he drives up the wall, to the ceiling, jumps off the ceiling, and executes a move called a ceiling musty ground double touch. Now, number one, this move is insanely hard to just do without anyone on the field, but doing it not only in a tournament, but bouncing the ball in between RW9 and TRK511 to get the third goal of the game is just stupid. Like, that should be an illegal move in a championship match. Like, just look at this play, bro. Like, how do you even do this? Like, I can barely even do a barrel roll in Rocket League, and this guy's out here mid-tournament styling on everyone. There's a reason these players are the best in the world, and this clearly shows it. Game 2 is nuts to watch. After a very close game, 2-1, 8 seconds left, Ato comes in and clutches up. After a 3-minute and 40-second fight in overtime, TRK drives to the roof, jumps off, and kind of does like a woo maneuver with his car in order to flick the ball in a weird way when he gets back to the ground, which throws off Carmine Corp's team, allowing RW9 to come in last second and steal the goal and just flick it in with a little flick of the wrist, you know, or flick of the car. For the tying goal of Game 3, this goal was just mwah to watch. Killers passes it all the way across the field to TRK511, and then TRK instantly pinches it off the wall across the map once again to dead center above the net, where RW9 flies up, rotates his car, hits the ball off the roof of his car for it to go in the bottom right corner of the net. This is just a beautiful goal. And then guess what? They do it again. However, it's slightly different. Killers takes it up the left side of the wall, but then he's left with two options. He could either drive for the goal and 1v2 the other team hoping to get it in, or last second, flick his car making a lovely pass to TRK511, which is what he ends up doing. Now, this pass is just lovely. It's mid-air, it requires absolute precision, and it's just so satisfying to watch because he gets it in the exact same place as the previous goal. It's just mesmerizing to watch. You know, in the first game, it looked as if Carmine Corp had this in the bag. They came out really strong, 4-0. Team Falcon's defense looked really weak. They didn't have any offensive abilities, and it looked like they were just gonna lose. But after the overtime in Game 2, they locked in, and I mean locked in. Their offense just went insane. They were super aggressive while keeping a strong defense, and were just able to constantly apply pressure, make plays. They finally showed what their offense was truly capable of. Now, when they won, these guys looked pretty happy, I'd say. You know, after doing these two projects, I found a newfound love for Rocket League. I mean, low-key, I hate playing it, mainly because I suck at it. I like watching it, though, because the ability for a game, especially tournament-wise, for anyone to just come in and be like, oh, I can completely understand this. That's so rare, because you have games like League of Legends, Rainbow Six, and just so on and so on that have a bunch of mechanics and stuff at play, and it's hard to kind of wrap your head around, and if you want to get into it, it'll take you a while. Rocket League, I found, I just sat down, watched one tournament, and I'm like, oh, I completely understand this game. Because realistically, it is just soccer with cars. And everyone knows soccer. Everyone knows the goal of soccer, and that's just get the ball in the net. And when you have something like that that's so simple to understand, it ends up being a great experience. Because you don't have to learn too much, you just have to brainlessly watch. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please give me a good grade on this. I'd really appreciate that. I'm gonna turn off this camera before it overheats.